Welcome, brave souls, to our spine-chilling journey as we delve into the top 15 most haunted abandoned houses in New Zealand. From the misty mountains to the quiet coastlines, these forsaken places hold tales of sorrow, despair, and restless spirits that continue to roam their decaying halls. Each house has a story waiting to be unearthed, filled with ghostly encounters and eerie phenomena that will send shivers down your spine. Are you ready to confront the shadows of the past? Join us as we uncover the mysteries that lie within these haunted ruins and discover if you have what it takes to face the unknown. 1. Kingseat Hospital, Auckland. Picture this: a once bustling psychiatric hospital. Kingseat, now left to decay. The air is thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional shuffle of unseen feet. Kingseat's dark history is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. Patients who once roamed these halls endured unspeakable torment, and some say their tortured souls remain trapped within its crumbling walls. It's common for visitors to feel a sudden chill or catch a glimpse of shadowy figures darting down empty hallways. The most infamous spirit is known as the Grey Nurse, a ghostly figure of a nurse who allegedly continues her rounds, tending to patients long gone. If you find yourself there at night, you might hear the distant echo of screams, a sound that once filled these haunted halls. Dare to step inside and see if Kingseat's past will claim you as its own? 2. Lake Alice Psychiatric Hospital, Wanganui. Imagine wandering through the desolate, abandoned rooms of Lake Alice, a psychiatric hospital infamous for its horrifying history. Closed decades ago, the hospital's walls hold the suffering of countless patients who underwent barbaric treatments. As you explore the eerie, decaying building, you can feel the weight of its haunted past. The once bustling hospital now stands in eerie silence, but that silence is often broken. Visitors have reported hearing the screams of invisible patients, their voices echoing down darkened corridors. Shadows flit through the empty rooms, and some say they've even seen the ghostly figures of doctors and patients alike, reliving their torment. Lake Alice isn't just abandoned, it's alive with the remnants of the past, still screaming to be heard. 3. The Abandoned Nurses' Hostel, Dunedin. Picture this: a cold wind whips through the empty rooms of the old nurses' hostel in Dunedin. Once filled with the lively chatter of nurses, the building now sits abandoned, its windows dark and lifeless. Yet, those who dare to enter report strange occurrences: lights flickering on their own, doors slamming shut without warning, and the unnerving sensation of being watched. They say the ghost of a nurse who met a tragic end still haunts the building, her spirit forever trapped within its crumbling walls. Late at night, her footsteps can be heard echoing down the halls, and if you listen closely, you might hear her soft, sorrowful sobs. Enter at your own risk, for the nurses' hostel may be empty, but it is far from uninhabited. 4. The Old Lck Castle, Dunedin. Lck Castle, majestic, historic, and haunted. The sprawling castle looms over the hills, its grand halls echoing with history. But not all the history here is pleasant. Within these walls, the ghost of William Larnock's daughter, Kate, is said to reside. She died young, under tragic circumstances, and her restless spirit has been seen by visitors in mirrors and captured in photographs. As you walk through the castle, the sense of being followed never leaves you. Kate's ghostly presence is strongest in the old ballroom, where her image has been spotted dancing alone in the moonlight. Some say they've even heard her faint laughter, carried on the wind. Old Lck Castle might look beautiful, but its ghosts are never far from sight. 5. Wuru Army Camp Houses. Wuru. The Wuru Army Camp is a place of stark contrasts. Military order once ruled here, but now chaos reigns in the form of restless spirits. The houses where soldiers and their families once lived are now abandoned and rotting. But these aren't ordinary empty homes. Footsteps echo down the hallways at night, and shadowy figures peer out from the windows, watching any who dare to approach. The soldiers who once called these places home are long gone, but their spirits remain, walking the empty streets, haunting the places where they lived, loved, and lost. If you visit, be prepared to feel an icy hand brush your shoulder, reminders that you are not alone. 6. Old Papakura Hospital, Hawke's Bay. The Old Papakura Hospital has a dark, heavy air that clings to it like a curse. Closed for decades, the once busy hospital is now eerily quiet. But that silence doesn't last. Visitors report hearing faint whispers, as though long-forgotten patients are still murmuring to one another, trapped in the halls. Shadows flicker in the corners of your vision, always just out of sight, and strange, cold drafts sweep through the rooms, even on the hottest days. Some who've ventured inside say they've seen ghostly apparitions wandering the halls, searching for the treatments that will never come. This isn't just an abandoned hospital. It's a place where the past refuses to die. 7. Napier Prison, Napier. Napier Prison is New Zealand's oldest, and its history is soaked in blood and misery. Executions were carried out here, and the spirits of those who faced the gallows are said to still haunt the stone walls. Cold, spectral hands have been known to reach out from the shadows, and eerie voices whisper from empty cells. Visitors report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread as they walk through the prison's narrow hallways, as if they're being watched by unseen eyes. In the dead of night, footsteps echo in the darkness, and some say the spirits of the executed still wander, seeking revenge. Napier Prison may be long closed, but the dead are not at rest. 8. The Old St. Bathens, Schoolhouse, Otago. Nestled in the ghost town of St. Bathens, the old schoolhouse is a remnant of a time long gone. Once filled with the laughter of children, it now stands silent and decaying. Local legends speak of a tragic incident where a child lost their life in a horrific accident on the school grounds. Many believe that the spirit of that child still lingers here, seeking solace. Visitors often report hearing faint giggles echoing through the empty halls, as if the children are still playing their games. However, those who stay too long might feel a sudden chill, accompanied by an overwhelming sense of sadness. The old schoolhouse may appear harmless, but it carries the weight of sorrow that is palpable to all who enter. 9. The Old Ghost Road, West Coast. Once a bustling gold mining route, the Old Ghost Road is now a forgotten path filled with remnants of its past. Stories of miners who perished in accidents or fell victim to the harsh wilderness are common. Hikers along this eerie trail often feel the presence of those who once traveled here. Many have reported seeing ghostly figures darting through the trees, or hearing distant conversations that fade into silence upon approach. The atmosphere is thick with anticipation, and as night falls, the sounds of pickaxes striking rock can still be heard, a ghostly echo of the lives lost. For those brave enough to traverse this haunted path, every step is a reminder of the spirits that continue to wander. 10. The Christchurch Cathedral. Christchurch. The iconic Christchurch Cathedral stands in ruins, but its beauty is matched only by its haunted history. Following the devastating earthquake, many believe the spirits of the deceased linger among the debris. Visitors report feeling cold spots in the air and hearing whispers that seem to call their names. The cathedral's interior, now partially collapsed, still retains its sacred atmosphere. But many who enter claim to see ghostly figures moving between the shadows. The spirit of a former priest is often mentioned, and those who claim to have encountered him report a sense of peace, although the feeling is often accompanied by an inexplicable dread. The Christchurch Cathedral may be a symbol of resilience, but its haunting past is woven into every stone. 11. The Old Papakura Cemetery. Porirua. This cemetery holds the resting place of many souls, but it's the stories of the restless spirits that draw thrill seekers. As night falls, the air becomes thick with tension, and the moonlight casts eerie shadows over the gravestones. Visitors have reported seeing spectral figures wandering among the graves, their faces obscured by mist. Some claim to hear the sound of crying or whispering coming from the shadows, a reminder that the dead often have unfinished business. Ghost hunters have gathered evidence of unexplained phenomena, lights flickering in the darkness, and sudden drops in temperature. For those brave enough to linger, Papakura Cemetery is a chilling reminder of the lives lived and lost. 12. The Old West Coast Railway. Graham. The Old West Coast Railway has long been abandoned, yet it still echoes with the sounds of the past. Once a vital link for miners and travelers, the railway now stands as a haunting monument. Locals tell tales of a train that met a tragic fate, and those who venture near the tracks at night report seeing ghostly trains gliding through the darkness. The shrill whistle of an unseen locomotive can be heard on still nights, and some claim to feel the rush of wind as if the train were passing right by them. This ghostly reminder of lives lost and journeys ended fills the air with a haunting nostalgia, leaving visitors both exhilarated and frightened. 13. The Old Muriwai Regional Park, Auckland. Muriwai Beach is known for its stunning views, but it hides a darker side. The cliffs here have witnessed many tragic accidents, with numerous souls meeting their end in the treacherous waters below. Locals speak of ghostly apparitions appearing near the edge of the cliffs, their forms illuminated by the moonlight. Those who dare to walk along the cliffs at night report hearing the sound of waves crashing against the rocks, accompanied by anguished cries that seem to come from nowhere. As the wind howls through the trees, it carries with it the whispers of those who were lost to the sea. Muriwai Regional Park is beautiful, but serves as a reminder that nature's beauty can be deadly. 14. The Old Porirua Lunatic Asylum, Porirua. Once a place of confinement for the mentally ill, the Old Porirua Lunatic Asylum has long been abandoned, yet it remains steeped in chilling stories. Those who dare to enter describe the atmosphere as heavy, filled with the sorrow of the patients who suffered within its walls. Visitors often report seeing shadowy figures wandering the halls, echoes of cries for help filling the air. Cold spots linger in certain rooms, and some even claim to have felt the hands of unseen entities gripping their arms as they pass through. The asylum's haunting history makes it a place that demands respect, and for those who visit, It serves as a grim reminder of the harsh treatments of the past. 15. The Old Papakura Railway Station, Porirua. Once a hub of activity, the Old Papakura Railway Station now stands eerily silent. This location carries tales of ghostly encounters, particularly of a station master who tragically lost his life in an accident on the tracks. Those who visit at night report feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness and loss, as if the station itself mourns its past. Eerie sounds of a train whistle echo in the distance, followed by the sound of footsteps approaching, only to find nothing there. Visitors have captured images of spectral figures standing on the platforms, waiting for a train that will never come. The Old Papakura Railway Station serves as a chilling reminder of lives forever altered by fate. Thank you for joining us on this hair-raising expedition through the top 15 most haunted abandoned houses in New Zealand. Each location we've explored reveals the tragic histories and lingering spirits that haunt these forsaken sites. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the tales we've shared remind us that the past is never truly gone. It lives on in the whispers of the wind and the creaks of old wood. If you enjoyed this journey into the eerie unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own ghostly encounters in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries of the world around you.